So, Mike, we are on episode of Welcome to America, Habibi. We're gonna assume that camera does not exist,
Okay.
and I have billions and millions of followers. So we need to tell. I don't have billions of followers. We need to tell them a little bit about you. What do you do?
Okay. My name is Mike Calderon.
Uh huh.
I have been dancing salsa since 2009,
Okay.
and since then I have also gotten into the business of doing events, DJing, promoting, and collaborating with other event producers and organizers, and I built my business around that, my career around that. I've
Uh-huh.
also, while I was doing all this, I've had corporate jobs as well,
Uh-huh.
and what to maintain myself while I build, my whole business up.
Yeah. Nice. So you started dancing in 2009?
Yeah,
Jesus, I didn't know that. 2009.
2009.
So that's 15 years ago.
15
Here
years
in Miami?
in Miami.
And
I'm a born and raised native.
you are born and raised in Miami.
Born and raised in Miami.
And who was teaching salsa in 2009 in Miami?
2009, I started. Well, check this out, Habibi.
Yeah.
I started at a place called Yuca Lounge. It's on Lincoln Road.
Yuca, like the food.
Yuca, like food,
Uh-huh.
exactly. It's a Cuban restaurant, and it was a very iconic place in Lincoln Road in South Beach. And back then, South Beach was not what it is today.
Okay.
Lincoln Road wasn't what it is today. Lincoln Road was very vibrant with a lot of nightclubs, lounges, bars.
And there was cars before in Lincoln Road?
No. Well,
it was always without cars.
No. With cars, we're talking about 80 years ago.
Okay.
80 years
So
ago.
it was like a long time ago without cars. Lincoln Road.
Yes. After the history of Miami, that's another story. There used to be cars on Lincoln Road, but then they turned it into what it is today.
Sure. Okay.
So, but there was no cars in 2009 on Lincoln Road.
Okay.
So I started at a place called Yuca Lounge. It was a Cuban restaurant where the first floor was a restaurant, and then the second floor was a club.
Okay.
Right. And in this club, it was like an event space.
Okay.
And an organization there, the school called Salsa Mia. Back then, Salsa Mia were the ones that were doing the whole classes and stuff like that.
Okay.
So me and a friend from high school, he invited me to go to this class.
Okay.
And ever since I took my first class there,
you got hooked.
It was hooked from day one.
Wow.
And ever since then, I don't ever remember ever like stopping for anything, stopping because this or that or career. No, it's like this is what I wanted to do.
Sure. Salsa Mia. Do they still exist?
No. Well, they still exist, but they're like they do their own thing at Mango's now.
Oh, okay.
But it's more for tourists and barely any.
It's very touristic. Yeah. And the Cuban salsa basically.
Casino. The rueda, casino. Yeah. That's how I first learned.
So you first started learning casino.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, casino. And back then, LA style around too were
nothing.
Well, LA style, Caribe, Salsa Caribe were the first ones to kind of like were making it popular and stuff like that. But it was very heavy casino back then.
Really?
Very heavy casino.
Very heavy casino. 2009.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what were the schools at that time? What were the schools that were the schools that are now
prominent back then?
Yeah.
It was Salsa Lovers.
Salsa Lovers.
Salsa Lovers. Salsa Caribe.
Caribe is that old?
Oh yeah, Caribe. Caribe is very, very a pioneer in LA style salsa.
Okay.
In Miami, by Jose Luis. So, who else? There was No Evolution. There was New Image Salsa. There was even the Club Mystique on Thursdays, which was very famous. That was going on by Salsa Racing and DJ Cabrera. And Tapas y Tintos on Tuesdays with Ricky Torres and Negro Fino, and Sharum started around that era too. I remember seeing him, and we were friends back then, and I remember him starting to DJ from nothing. And so yeah, man, I've seen a lot of history of all the what you're seeing now. I went through all that.
Through all of it.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, so mainly was Cuban salsa in 2009. People like in Miami. people didn't dance on one a lot.
Not a lot. And when you would see couples dancing LA style, it would be like
Weird.
not weird, but it'll be like, whoa. You're like, well, that's cool. You would,
Oh,
you would
really?
think, yeah. It was very rare that in a party you would see LA style dancers, or
Oh,
even
no.
on two. Forget on two.
Forgotten to
Yeah, forget on two. On
Okay.
two was non-existent here until
COVID.
Alex Flavor came along.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And
That's
what
very
else?
interesting.
Yeah, man. And Tony Zucker, you know, are you familiar?
No,
with Tony
no, no.
Zucker? Okay.
I'm not familiar with anything with salsa. I've been dancing salsa for 3 years. That's it.
Right. You started with Liquid
With
Silver.
Liquid Silver, yeah.
Oh,
I used to do jiu-jitsu before, and then I broke my rib one time, so I had to take a break. And always, I always thought that if you are a good dancer, salsa dancer, you can hit on women much easier. So,
well, it's definitely a big plus to know how to dance.
It's a great icebreaker.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's why I learned salsa. Like I was not thinking about going to salsa at all. I was taking a break from jiu-jitsu, and then I started dancing salsa. I went with my best friend, Gabby.
Yes, Gabby.
Gabby.
I know Gabby.
Yeah. I went with her. She went for a month, and then she stopped. And then she thought that I would stop too. But I kept going, and people asked me why. I was like, look, in jiu-jitsu, I hug sweaty men. Inside.
You
I dance with pretty women. So, but keep going.
Yes.
I want to know the history of salsa. Actually, that's very interesting. I was talking about with somebody yesterday about the history of salsa in Miami. I was like, I don't know shit about the history of salsa.
The history of salsa in Miami. Well, I mean, so like, I can only tell you from 2009 and today.
Okay.
Before 2009,
I'm assuming before 2009 it was more Cuban salsa.
It was more Cuban salsa,
like more than even 2009.
Yeah,
everything was Cuban salsa.
I would assume so because before 2009, I wasn't even into salsa.
Yes,
and then I didn't even listen to salsa. The only salsa I would listen to was when my family would do get-togethers with my cousins and stuff like that.
Barbecue salsa.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so that's as far as I went until 2009.
Okay.
So then, what else can I tell you? Bro, you know, I made a lot of friends. I made a lot of contacts. When
did you decide to start DJing?
I started DJing and doing events around 2012.
Oh, so after 3 years.
After 3 years, right.
Okay.
After dancing and going out. I used to go out 6 times a week, bro.
Okay.
6 times a week.
For dancing?
For dancing.
Jesus. And it was all casino?
It was all casino, yeah. It was all casino. Bro, but I had a great time, man. I remember just every night, and I was much more skinnier than I am now. And I was 21 when I first did that. And that kept me skinny, bro. I never went to the gym. I was so
because of how much you dance.
Of how much I dance. Every night I would leave drenched in sweat, bro. Drenched, you know?
So where was the dance scene focused? Like now you think it's Hallandale and Fort Lauderdale and like North Miami Beach. That's in my opinion, at least. But before, where was it? Like mainly in South Beach?
It was before. It was bongos at the American Airlines Arena back then.
I don't know what that
bongos. You know the arena
in the arena.
Yeah, they had like a space in the back, a restaurant, and a big venue and big club, and they had salsa nights there too. Yucca was I said, Yucca was a big icon back then. Club Mystique near the airport. Salsa when salsa lovers.
Does this still exist? Club Mystique? Or
no.
Okay.
Club Mystique is done, and Yucca is done.
Yeah, okay.
Bongos is done.
Okay. Wow.
And so when salsa lovers would do their parties, it would be a banger too.
Okay.
They did really good salsa parties, and obviously Caribe has been doing their socials for once a month and all this, and back then as well. So I also went to.
And Caribe mainly taught casino at the time, or
no, LA.
LA. So they were like the first.
Exactly. Caribe was the first ones to teach LA style.
Okay.
You know, as far as as long as far and as long as I can remember. Yes.
Wow. LA. Okay. So they are that pioneers. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And what else I can tell you? And BTS, of course. BTS has been existent.
BTS is done by them.
By
the same people.
And Frank, right.
Okay.
And
in terms of schools, what else became famous? Like after like Caribe, let's say For me, I know like 5 schools. Okay, let's say I know Alex School where I go, you go. Caribe. I remember Liquid Silver. I know Prestige, and I know the one that was called Device. This is like those are the ones I know.
So, for example, yes, Prestige has been around for a very long time. I believe 13 years or 14 years.
Okay.
Prestige were the first ones to do On2.
Oh.
But they were based in West Palm Beach and like the north area.
Oh, they are in West Palm Beach. Okay.
Yeah. And they're still UM is still doing his thing, and I'm very proud of him. But Prestige were the first ones to do On2 here, and they were the only ones teaching On2, and everybody else was LA style.
LA style.
And yeah, and besides Prestige, like there were, I don't want to say small schools, but they were just schools on a smaller caliber.
Okay.
When I say smaller caliber, meaning they didn't have the trajectory that, for example, Salsa Lovers had, Salsa Caribe has, and for the main 2 schools that really built the community and the dancers, where everybody came from, was Salsa Lovers and Salsa Caribe.
Oh wow!
Before and during that, before 2009, before I got in, from the history I've been told, is that for example, Prestige and other people also from the north. No.
Oh, they
did exist, but they were all under one name. Latin Beat.
Okay.
It was a Latin Beat dance school and stuff like that.
They're in West Palm Beach.
In the Broward area. Okay. I'm not sure where, when, but definitely before 2009. And from this Latin Beat came Prestige. Salsa Essence, and other schools that didn't have that trajectory. Right.
Okay, I see.
So it would be Salsa Lovers
and
Caribe and Latin Beat.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
From where all the dancers came out.
Okay.
And then what else can I tell you?
When did Liquid Silver come? Do you remember?
Liquid Silver came around 2013, 2014.
Okay.
And he started his thing, and
he was known from some other city.
Liquid Silver is very well known in his performances with Transformers, Iron Man, Terminator. He's very animated in his performance, Liquid Silver, and he's very well respected. Yeah. In his time frame, you know. He came to Miami. He built a beautiful school. A lot of great dancers, a lot of great following, a lot of good following. Nobody really came out of Liquid Silver to start their own thing.
Okay.
But he did manage to train dancers and make dancers better.
Good dancers
in LA style. Sure. He also taught on two. But that wasn't his forte.
That was his.
It was mainly LA on one. Or in his, or what Al would call it, millennium style.
Millennium style.
That's Al's thing.
Oh wow!
So there's like LA style, on two style, and then and he made up millennium style.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay. And then COVID came. The New Yorkers started coming here, and On2 became more famous.
Yes. Well, and before that, Device. Okay. Dominic, when he moved down here, which was around the same time, or a little bit before Al Liquid Silver came. I think Device and Dominic moved down here like around 2011.
Oh wow! Okay.
And he was from New York, and he was the first one here to actually start in Miami. Not Prestige. We're not talking about Prestige.
Yeah.
In Miami. To like really do the New York style, Eddie Torres style mambo onto.
Sure.
School with Device. So he started that, and from what I've seen and from what I've heard, he had a great following. He had a lot of students. People loved it, and that's how it all started.
Okay.
But then things happen in life. I'm not sure what are the details, but he's no longer here. Okay. And now the studio is called Planeta Salsa.
Planeta Salsa.
His former wife.
Yes, I know her. I took a couple of classes with her.
Yeah, she's really good too.
Yeah, and the two guys,
and
Diego and
Victor.
Yeah.
Those are her nieces.
I see.
Yeah.
No, I know them. Interesting. Okay, wow. So I didn't know they were that old too. Device
Device has been around for a very
been
long
around
time.
for a long time in
Yeah.
Miami.
Oh
Ugh.
yeah.
For me, I see it like this: COVID happens, and I started to see people dancing on too. And then I started again in my brain. I don't know shit about salsa like you guys. In my brain was Alex Flavor came, Azael came, this lady with the curly hair came, Matt came, and then it just exploded. Everybody dances on tour. At least again, from the environment I stay in. But yeah, wow, that's a lot of history.
It's
What
a lot of
else?
history, yeah.
Yeah, what else? Tell us more about the history.
I mean, what else you want to know? Let's see. About me?
No, the history of salsa in Miami. We'll go to you later on. Like, who are the so salsa lovers Caribe, and then also Device, you said, in Miami, and then Liquid Silver and Device came at the same time. They brought in so Caribe was on one, salsa lovers were Casino, and then Liquid Silver and Device were on one and on two.
Right.
And then in my opinion, again, I may be biased for him. Then Alex Flavor changed the landscape of on two in Miami.
Alex Flavor definitely changed the landscape, and he definitely brought something original.
Yeah,
because Alex Flavor doesn't just know the mambo on two; he mixes his
everything
style with
yes.
hip hop, with
hip hop,
street dancing, like
yes,
and then he's got a great team of dancers, Brenda San Jose.
yeah, Brenda.
And she brings in like contemporary ballet, hip hop, and mambo as well to the mix. So, and then he's got Jessica Sota, Liudis Alvarez, and other amazing dancers on the team that that complement and learn from him.
Yeah,
and definitely give Flavor Factory a good.
But they didn't come with him from New York.
No, they didn't come with him. And the only person that didn't come with him but came from New York for him was Brenda.
Brenda, that's true.
Brenda's from New York as well.
Yes, Brenda.
And
but the DJ also, Edward, his name, the tall guy.
Edwin Compay. Yes, yes. Compay also came with Alex.
From New York.
From New York, exactly.
Okay.
And Compay is he's an original dancer from New York and from early 2000s, so he's to be well respected as well and saluted. Because Compay also has put in a lot of work and trajectory into his career into dancing. So Compay is a big name. Now he's more like just trying to make things
chilling.
Not cheating, no.
Chilling.
Oh yes.
Chilling.
Compay is more chilling, yes.
Chilling. I don't see him too much. Maybe
he doesn't go out that much. No, he's just working, doing the team when he can, and he's up there, so he's just chilling, taking life as it goes.
So Alex, you think Alex changed had a lot of impact on the salsa scene in Miami?
Absolutely, I think Alex definitely had brought a different flavor to Miami with his style. And I think everybody's flocking to him now. People are losing students from left and right from their other studios to come to him and train with him, learn from him, because what he brings is very unique, and very what we like to call sabrosito.
Interesting. Okay. Who else, in your opinion, had a big effect on the salsa scene in terms of teachers?
Well, besides the ones that I mentioned, Caribe, Salsa Lovers, Liquid Silver, Device, Latin B, I said Alex Flavor as well.
Yeah.
What else? And I would say more in the South Beach area, the Miami Beach area, Ricky Torres and Oscar Ochoa. Ricky Torres, he has a dance school called Salsa Central.
Okay.
Oscar Ochoa has a dance school called Salsa Driven. Oscar Ochoa is actually from New Jersey. I'm not sure when he moved down here, but
they are still here.
They're still here.
They're still here.
They're still doing their thing. And I've worked with Ricky before.
Yeah.
And he has a great school, amazing group of students, and he's been doing his thing for a very long time now, for as far way before me as well, before I came in 2009. So I ever since I came in, I already heard the name Salsa Central. I already heard the name Salsa Driven and Caribe. And
they do events. They do socials.
No, they just do
teach.
They just teach.
I have never heard about them.
Like I said, these are dance schools that are on a smaller type of trajectory.
Yeah.
But still, to be well respected and to attend their classes is a lot of fun, and you learn something. Because you never, when you're dancing, you never stop learning.
Yeah. Of course,
it's always good to learn from different people.
Interesting. Okay, so 2009 you started dancing. 2012 you started DJing.
Around 2012 I started DJing. I started doing.
Why did you start DJing?
Because I would say Sharon inspired me from his parties, and from there I just picked it up and learned on my own and started doing my own.
You learned on your own.
Yeah.
Were you working at something else at the time?
Oh yeah, bro. Back then I was in my early 20s, so I was still going to school back then, college, and
what did you study?
Criminal justice.
Okay.
But I have a master's degree in that too.
Okay.
But I didn't do anything. I did with it. I continued my musical career.
Yeah. Very similar.
Yeah. So, what was I saying?
How were you started? You said you were.
Oh yeah. So I got inspired by Sharon, and I started doing my own thing. I started working with Ricky Torres, with Negro Fino as well. His name was Nelson Fritz. We did parties together in Miami Beach.
2012.
Around 2012, and then around 2014.
And the scene was you were playing mainly for casino people.
Well, now the music, my type of music, my flavor, my style is old school salsa.
Okay.
Like 70s, 80s, 90s. Like that's my. Oh, and even 60s. I can even go back to the 60s, but that's my taste of music. Like more original, more of that heavy guaguancó and mambo and just really cool rhythms.
I don't know the difference.
Oh, bro. I've listened to so much music, bro. I've studied so much music. Yeah. I've listened to it all, and I would say that's my favorite era of music.
But that was being played in 2012?
And by BTS, yes. By Caribe, yes. But not by like casino.
Okay. What were you playing?
I was playing the heavy salsa.
The ones that you like.
The older, the old school.
I see. Okay.
I like.
And you started Salsaholics then or no? Not yet. Miami Salsa Events?
No. So back. Okay. So it all started with a name called Miami Salsa Dream Team.
Okay. Oh, I don't know about this shit. Okay.
Yes. Before Miami Salsa Events, it was Miami Salsa Dream Team.
Dream Team. What was that?
It was me, Nelson, Ricky, and I think one other person or two other people that we called ourselves the Miami Salsa Dream Team.
And that was like an events company. You used to do events.
That was
not teaching.
No, well, and it was an events company. And then this event will do like a free salsa class.
Okay, yeah, like sure. It was not like a school. It was not a salsa school. Okay.
No, it wasn't a salsa school.
Okay.
We were just promoters.
Sure. Okay.
And that's how it started, Miami Salsa Dream Team. But then once I branched out and I went on my own, I kept the name Miami Salsa Dream Team.
Okay.
And I just kept it going with Miami Salsa Dream Team. I built my Facebook page, my Instagram around it.
Okay.
And then Miami Salsa Events came up around 2020, a little bit after COVID hit.
2020.
Right.
Oh. So Miami Salsa Events is new.
Yeah.
Salsaholics is older than Miami Salsa Events.
Yes. Miami Salsa Events is Miami Salsa Dream Team. Just rebranded.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So you started Salsaholics even when Miami Salsa Dream Team was there.
Yes, Miami Salsa Dream Team.
Okay. So you just rebranded Miami Salsa Dream Team into
Miami Salsa Events.
And the Miami Salsa Events.
Salsaholics is a name of an event under the umbrella of
Okay,
Miami
yes.
salsa, like
Explain that.
like
Okay.
salsaholics,
Okay.
bachataholics,
Okay.
Miami loves mambo.
Okay.
All these are all like products of Miami
Salsa Events.
Events, right?
Okay.
So, Miami Salsa Events came after COVID.
Miami Salsa Events came after COVID. When did you start Salsaholics? 10 years ago.
Yes, 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, that's 10 years. This was the anniversary a couple of months ago.
And back in March, yes.
So in 2014,
2014.
you put together the first Salsaholics event.
At a pizzeria. At a pizza.
Oh, shit. Okay, wait. We'll get back to that. Miami Salsa Events or Miami Salsa Dream Team, you guys used to do, you didn't have like events like Salsaholics, you just play for anybody who would ask you to play.
No, we had other names. We had Seductive Salsa Thursday. Other like I would say just invented names.
Invented names that were on the time.
But they didn't really stick.
They didn't stick, yes.
Until I came up with Salsaholics.
Salsaholics. It's a nice name though.
Yes, thank you.
A very, very nice name.
Salsaholics.
The first time I heard it, I was like, what the hell is this name? Wow, that's very interesting. It's these people who are addicted to salsa.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was very interesting name. Okay, so the first event was 2014.
Yes, at a pizzeria.
And at this time you were dancing and you started DJing.
Yes. Well, so when I started DJing, I started cutting down my dancing. I mean, I'll step away from the DJ booth, get in a dance here and there.
Sure.
And that's it. But most of the time after that, I just started being behind the DJ booth and playing the music and
okay. And so the first Salsaholics event was where? At the pizzeria?
At a pizzeria called Groovy's, also on Lincoln Road. It was basically a long hallway with a vinyl wood floor. Oh, and it was hot as hell. Oh my God. There was barely any AC. There had to be a lot of fans going.
Okay.
But even then, it was really hot.
Okay.
So that's how it started.
Interesting. And how many people attended?
Sometimes 100.
Like the first event?
Oh, like 150, bro.
Wow, the first event. There was a lot of people.
Yeah, man. 100, like 150. I would have my great nights and then I would have my horrible nights.
Of course.
There would be nights, bro. Honestly, like 5 people would show up.
How many times you stayed in the pizzeria? Like how many events did you do in the pizzeria?
I was doing it back then every single Friday.
So tell now you do it every first Friday of the month or
last Friday of the month.
Every last Friday of the month. That's Salsaholics.
Yeah.
Before you used to do it more than once a month.
Before I used to do it every week.
Every week?
Every Friday.
Huh. Interesting. And why did you stop doing it every Friday? You think people need to miss it or something?
No, I stopped because of COVID.
Oh.
I stopped because of COVID, and after that,
So before COVID, it was every Friday.
Every Friday.
From 2014 to 2020, it was every Friday.
Yeah.
Salsaholics.
Yeah.
And it was in the pizzeria too, no?
Yeah.
So before Club Tropical, it was in the pizzeria?
Yeah.
For 6 years?
Yeah.
Jesus, wow.
Yeah, bro, it was a lot. It was a lot doing it every Friday. I mean, there were some Fridays that I didn't do it because of a holiday or whatever, but for the most part, it was
every Friday.
Every Friday, bro.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah, man. And then after COVID, Club Tropical came around and I started doing it once a month.
In Club Tropical. Okay.
Yeah.
Why you don't do it once every week now, for example?
Every Friday? I could do it, bro, but it's a lot of work, man.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
That's something I want to cover with you.
Yes. Well, so here's my reasoning behind the whole weekly and monthly parties.
Yes.
The weekly parties, bro, they get burned out quick. They get burned out quick.
Yeah, because people get bored from the name.
No, not only that, they get bored from the venue.
Okay.
And there's some people that would go every week, but for the most part, it's not sustainable.
Not sustainable.
Not sustainable doing it every week, at least for me. I mean, other people like Sharung and other DJs, they have weekly parties and it works for them. That's cool. But for me, what works for me, my formula is the once a month formula because it builds that novelty.
Miss it. I miss it. Yes, because I miss Salsaholic
If you
sometimes.
missed it this month, you got to wait another 4 weeks.
But I also sometimes miss it. I was like, oh shit, I want to go dance in Salsaholics, and then I have to wait for 2 weeks, so it gives you the excitement. The anticipation of the wait.
Exactly, and that's the formula I usually.
But other, for example, you mentioned this DJ Sharon is if he does his event, he does it his event, or it is like a restaurant and he plays in the restaurant, because you don't do in a restaurant. Like Salsaholics is like a nice dance venue that you go to it. It's the experience of the dance venue. It's not like a restaurant where you're eating and dancing. You're dancing first. Do they do the same thing, these other people?
I'm not sure.
Do weekly?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about Sharon's venues, but I know that, for example, Ball and Chain, which is one of
Ball and Chain, for example.
Yeah, it's a restaurant and bar.
Yes, but there is a big difference.
On what?
For example, I don't like to go to those places to dance salsa. I don't think you dance salsa. I think you just
go there to pick up women.
No. When you go there, you dance. You don't dance salsa. You see, you dance like you're having fun.
Yes.
I now don't like to go to dance and have fun. I like to dance and dance. I don't know how to explain it. Like for example, if I'm going to Ball and Chain, it's like going to hang out and dance. But if I'm going to Salsaholics, I'm going to dance. And I think there is a big difference, at least from my weird brain. You see what I mean? I'm going to Salsaholic, I'm going to dance. The floor is made for dancing. The event is made for dancing. There is no food. It's not like it's mainly food. You can eat there if you want to buy it, but it's not for the food and drinks. People going there because they want to dance. And in my opinion, you see a difference also in the dancers, the level of dancers. You see better dancers, for example, Salsaholics, than going to Ball and Chain, for example.
I mean, it's two different worlds, bro. I mean, but they're both good, man.
Yeah, I'm
I like
saying
to go to Ball and Chain, you know?
Yes, I like to go to there, but for example, sometimes it becomes, again, I don't know how to explain it. It is maybe the dance floor.
It's the vibe. It's the ambience. It's everything, bro.
Yeah, it is everything.
You know, it's and
in Salsaholics, it's so hard to find people who don't dance because it's intimidating for you to go and not to dance. Not a good, if you're not a dancer, at least.
Yeah.
In Ball and Chain, you can see my mom sitting there drinking alcohol, and somebody wants to dance with her. So okay. So go ahead. So once a month is what you think? What?
It's my formula. Yes.
Your formula. Okay.
So, you know, I keep Salsaholics going once a month. I have also other projects that I'm currently working on to make it once a month. My long-term goal would be to host a congress one day, or a festival or a weekender. I mean, I already did a weekender for the 10-year anniversary for Salsaholics.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I remember that.
With Deli and Raul.
I was not in the city, but yeah, I remember that. That's why you made these shirts, and it was a weekly thing. Yeah, I remember.
And I printed some shirts out too, and I gave some away. I'm sure you've seen other people wear like a Miami Salsa Events shirt with a Salsaholic. So, and I did that for the anniversary, bro. And that was cool. That was good. That was my first experience doing a weekender. But my long-term goal is to build something bigger.
Okay.
Something bigger and great. You know.
So now you as Mike, you play multiple roles. You are a business owner, you are a promoter, and you are a DJ.
And a dancer apparently now. Like
now you're performing.
I'm on the training team.
Yes.
Flavor Factory.
Yes. So what is the difference between the business owner, the promoter, and the DJ?
As the business owner.
And how did they? Who came first? The DJ, I'm assuming, and the promoter.
Me?
Yeah.
The dancer came first.
The dancer came first. But I am saying, like, you don't make money out of the dancer. You make money out of the DJ, you make money out of the promoter, and you make money out of the business owner.
Well, that takes somebody with, I guess, a little bit of common sense and higher IQ to realize that. But I mean, you can make money in dancing. It's just very, very competitive and very, tight. You got to be really good and unique. Like Alex Flavor is, and you just gotta have a knack for it. You gotta have a certain type of skill and craft
Yeah.
that people love and people like you and people want to learn from you. So they're making money and dancing is not impossible, but it's very hard, I would say.
Yes.
But then if you get into DJing and events promoting, then everything in life that you do is a challenge, and it's not easy as when it
Sure.
comes. You got to put in hard work. Like I mean, I've collected over 5,000 emails, and so far I have hundreds of people in my WhatsApp groups. I have thousands of followers on my Instagram.
This is the promoter,
and this is all this is an accumulation of what I've been doing since 2012.
2012.
Just accumulating contacts, accumulating numbers, emails, boom. So it's a lot of work, bro.
It is a lot of work.
It's taken a lot of work, and it continues to be a lot of work. As the business owner now and event producers, like now I have to worry now about the venue. I have to worry about the vendors. I have to worry about the DJs. Because now it's like now I'm trying to outsource the DJing. The DJs is like I'm the DJ of my own event, but now I want to step away from that and focus on other things.
Yeah.
So I have to worry about staff. I have to worry about the bank and the cash box, the credit cards, and all this. So it's like
yes. That's very important. And that's one thing I want to talk to you about, because I think people don't think about what goes into putting an event like that. I think a lot of people think that we go there and pay and we start dancing and things. Like everything came there by itself. There's a lot of work to get a salsa event like Salsaholics together.
Yes, a lot of work, bro.
Yes.
So and with people paying at the door, it's very appreciated, their support.
Yes.
And every person that walks in through that door and pays the cover is like it's like a thank you. Thank you for recognizing the hard work. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for everything. Go ahead and have yourself a great time.
Yeah. For sure. Very interesting. So you started as a DJ, then you started a promotion, and now basically.
Yeah, it's been an evolution.
Yeah, of course. What time is it now? Now it's 3.
3 o'clock. Let's have a beer break. How about that?
Beer break?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have a beer break and come back.